2K Sports pregame show.
A very big Game 5 is upon us here in round one of the NBA playoffs. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Joining me, Kenny the Jet Smith, and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Detroit Pistons at their home, the Palace of Auburn Hills. Looking at the Pistons, an impressive performance for them in Game 4, winning on the road. Now back on their home court, they're looking to take advantage. And Kenny, a monster elimination game tonight. If you're the underdog and fighting for your playoff lives, what do you do to turn the tide in this series?
Oh, you got to play like there's no tomorrow, Ernie. Every 50-50 ball, those are those balls that are just rolling down the court. You got to get those. Every second chance opportunity will win. So, those small battles win the big war.
It takes only one big win to get that momentum back on your side. That happened for me and D-Wade back in 06 when we were down against Dirk. And the Mavericks 0-2 came back and won.
And that is it for us.
Can you dig it?
As we send you to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew.
Sold-out and noisy Palace of Auburn Hills. Desperation hangs in the air. One team looking to advance to the next round. The other looking to force a Game 6. What will happen? These are the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on our sideline. You take a look at the Pistons. Well, there is a buzz, guys, in this building right now as they hold a 3-1 game advantage in the series. They want nothing more than to deliver the big win to a very deserving crowd.
Yeah, really an excellent position here to close this thing out tonight. A 3-1 series lead at home, and these fans are definitely pumped up. This is where they expect it to be, and they put themselves in a position. Let's see if they can finish the deal.
I think they probably can. I mean, they did what they needed to do to get back home with a chance to close it out in front of their fans. But even if they can't do it, they'll have to go back on the road for Game 6, and this series takes on a whole new look then.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Teague and Korver are the guards. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center, and it's Cephalosha in at the small forward. Now here's Drummond. Here's Martin. The 19-footer is on the money. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Teague with the ball. Horford with the screen on Jennings. And here's Cephalosha for three. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. And the Pistons with possession. We're excited about the win on Thursday.
And offensively, everything they did seemed to just come together beautifully. They threw a lot of things at the wall, and most of it stuck.
Yeah, it did stick in high-quality fashion, too. I mean, a multifaceted approach like that takes a really sophisticated locked-in defense to stop it. That certainly wasn't the case that day.
Now here's Johnson following the miss by Al Horford and stolen by Horford. Teague against Jennings. Teague the pass to Horford. Here's Cephalosha. Drops one in from the wing.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in the zone.
Feeds it to Martin. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Korver against Martin. Korver dishes to Teague. Millsap a screen on Jennings. Teague kicks to Horford. Millsap has the open look. That three off the mark.
9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Gibson the screen. The drive by Jennings. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. Paul Millsap picks one up. The Pistons shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And he can't get the first one. He's off on the second. The Hawks trail by 3. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Horford, good.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. Clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
Hawks have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Korver against Martin. Korver passes to Teague. Picked by Horford. Back to Korver. Shot clock at 5. That's good. And so Teague with the assist. Teague's got 3 assists now in this. This one. For Detroit, they've gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Martin with it. Now defended by Korver. Johnson dishes to Drummond. Passes to Martin. That's tipped. And here is Teague. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Well, the defenders have to make sure they tag.
And Drummond kicks to Martin. The Pistons working the ball around now. And now it's Cephalosha running. He can go all the way.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give him a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Morris is checked in for Gibson. Alinari comes in for Johnson. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Brandon Jennings. Paul Pierce is checked in for the Hawks. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Kyle Korver. A lot of offense came from this group during the regular season. Look here at the league's highest scoring shooting guards. Freak number 1.
Possibly the single most dangerous player right now. I mean, a machine at the offensive end, just so hard for any defense to deal with.
Yeah, and what I like about him most is that he's just a scorer. He's going to give you buckets from any place, inside, outside, deep, driving to the lane. I mean, he puts it in the basket.
Here's Jackson following the basket by Al Horford. Martin goes in. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for Atlanta?
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And he knocks down the first one. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Thabo Cephalosha. And so Martin nails both of them.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Horford with a screen on Martin. And it's Ariza in the corner. No good on the 3. For Detroit, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Martin attacking. Al Horford with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Here's Jackson. Here's Drummond. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And another lead change here. How many of these are we going to have tonight?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm willing to bet it'll be more than a few.
And it's sent back by Drummond. Outside Jackson to the left wing. Morris passes to Jackson. And good. Got the Ingles that time as it falls. The Hawks Hawks trail by 4. Outside Teague from 13. Horford gets the bucket. Horford's got 6.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Drummond the screen. Jackson dishes to Drummond. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here in the palace, let's give it up for your honor motion.
I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, over the break, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He was intent on running the offense through Martin. Coach putting the pressure squarely on his shoulders by asking him to be the key man in the offense. It's not something they ask of him every game, but when they do, he can usually handle it. Kevin, we'll see how that strategy pans out as this game develops.
Thanks, Doris. Now here is Holiday. And Pierce, here we go. And he gets it to go. Pierce has got his first basket.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time. That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
Here's Morris after Paul Pierce's score. Out to Morris. Gallinari passes to Martin. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Morris dishes to Gallinari. Martin for 3. They get the rebound. The shot's good from Smith. And the Pistons lead by 4.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Here's Pierce. Rebounded by the Pistons.
What a start they've gotten off to on the glass. I mean, they've come out banging.
And when a game starts off like this, Buck, there's an intimidation factor, a physicality that they brought that comes into play.
The Hawks trail by 7. Schroeder up top, guarded by Jackson. Schroeder up top, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Ariza up. Jackson. No good. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Pistons ahead. Ending the first quarter on a 15-6 run. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And we're back here at Game 5 with more action about to get underway. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Detroit.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
You know, we've seen them bearing their fair share of mid-range jumpers tonight, too. I mean, that's a good start for them.
Jennings runs the point with Jackson flanking him. Johnson is out there with Taj Gibson. And it's Smith in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Here's Jennings. He dishes it to Smith. Second shot opportunity. That's good. Gibson's got the lead up to 7. A different look here for Detroit. Morris is checked in for Gibson. Gallinari comes in for Johnson. And Martin subbed in for Brandon Jennings. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Al Horford's checked in for Urepa. Pierce comes in for Paul Millsap. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Cephalosha. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Kyle Korver. Detroit's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Jackson kicks to Smith. Dishes it to Martin. Puts the move on. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Now that we have a moment, let's see who the best passing teams were in the regular season. The Pistons, number 1.
You know, sometimes it's tough to give up the ball to a teammate, but the good teams do it. They don't settle for just a good shot. They're looking for the best shot. And these guys have been unselfish all season long.
First free throw is good.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Martin. He's got 14 points, and he's contributed 3 points from the line, too.
And those free throws add up, guys. That is extra offense.
Hitting your free throws is a good way to get back into it. It stops the clock and extends the game. I mean, you want to take advantage of that situation. And they're shooting much better from the line here in the second quarter. So far, they haven't missed one.
Here's Schroeder. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Horford with a screen on Jackson. Schroeder gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Hawks lead by 5.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Martin with the bucket.
Yeah, gutsy shot to come right back at him with the 3 of his own.
Well, we've seen it before. He doesn't have any problem trading shots with anybody.
Now, here's Horford. He's got 10. Schroeder kicks to Horford.
You know, they've changed their game here in the second. Getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
He's perfect from the line this time. Pistons trail by 4. Jackson kicks to Martin. Good D by Holiday.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Martin wide open. He fires. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
They set the pick to the paint. Here's Holiday, and he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark with the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Hawks put on a show. He ended up with 44 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing.
And, you know, I'll be interested to see how much he's got left in the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of him.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes supreme confidence can increase your stamina and endurance. So I'll be interested to see how that affects his play. Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Now here is Holiday. Horford with it. Now Smith defending. Pass to Horford. Kicks it to Holiday. Clock at 6. Horford dishes to Holiday. Atlanta again missing. Outside Jackson. Martin attacking, and they take the lead. Martin's got 25 points. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth, the whole way thus far.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
The Hawks have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. That's good from Schroeder. And he makes the first, but misses the second.
Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they should have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
Tie game in Detroit. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Okay, guys, everybody pay close attention to what I've got to say, because I want to see us close out this series right here, right now, tonight. Well, we've established a clear dominance on the interior at the offensive end. And until they prove they can stop our inside game, we have to continue to pound it into the post. I'll say this for us, though. Our shot selection has been terrific. We haven't forced things, and the shots are dropping for us because of that patience. Let's not mess around. We got a chance to lock this series up right here. Now let's do it.
And welcome back to the NBA playoffs as we get ready to continue with this round one matchup. He has been everywhere.
And, you know, I'm not sure that he can continue to shoot the three as well as he has up to this point. He has been lights out.
You know, sometimes, Greg, you have those nights where the basket just looks twice as large as it is. Grand Canyon size. It might be one of those nights for him.
On the court for Atlanta, Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Teague and Korver are the guards, and it's Cephalosha in at the 3 spot.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
And the Hawks making a change here. Urebko's checked in. The Hawks trailing. Outside Teague. Horford sets a screen for Teague. Off the pick. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 16 points for Al Horford.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And Clark, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Here's Urebko. Here's Cephalosha. Korver kicks to Teague. Launches it. That's good. Teague's got 7 points.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
Jennings passes to Martin. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Teague. The layup missed.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Martin with it. Now defended by Korver. And it's Martin missing.
Yeah, credit the D there. Got his hands up and made sure he wasn't comfortable on the release.
Sure did. Stayed real snug on him and didn't allow him the space he needed to get a good shot on him.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Posts, rotate over, and make your presence felt.
With the best shooting percentage in the regular season. 4th freak.
Boy, you look at these numbers, they're amazing. I mean, really solid. It points out the fact that when you're on this list, you've taken good shots and you've made a high percentage of them, but I really think it speaks to shot selection as much as it does shot making.
Again, the miss by the Pistons. Atlanta leading by 4. Cephalosha kicks to Teague. Down low. Plays it up and banks it in. Cephalosha's got 4 points this quarter.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Pistons dancers.
Paul Pierce is checked in for Atlanta.
Make some noise, Detroit.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Horford. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Horford's got the lead up to 6 now for the Hawks. Jennings dishes to Martin. Kicks it out to Johnson. Pistons passing it around. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. For Detroit, they have shot 75% of the stripe, 6 of 8. He's off on the first. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Atlanta leading by 6. Korver passes to Pierce. Picked by Horford. Pierce kicks to Teague. Here's Horford. And they will call over the back on the play.
Yeah, a bit over-eager right there. Left his feet too early.
Yeah, and if you're already boxed out like he was, just back up. Because if you don't, you're going to get called for the over-the-back foul every time.
Picked by Horford. Outside Teague. Back to Korver. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And it's an 8-point Hawks lead.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Outside Jennings. Gibson with the screen on Korver.
Move the ball.
Jennings dishes to Martin. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Drummond. And he makes good on the layup. Drummond's got 8 points.
Even double team, he had the vision to see the open man.
Teague kicks to Pierce. Back to Teague. He feeds it to Horford. Shoots from 14. Again, the miss by Horford. Pistons trail by 6. Gibson with the screen on Teague. Jennings passes to Martin. Off target from outside.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
Teague kicks to Pierce. The pass to Korver. Pierce with a screen for Korver. Right wing. To the wing on the left. The 10-footer. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the bench.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They got to offer more resistance here.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Here's Teague following the bucket by the Pistons. Cephalosha dishes to Pierce. Jennings against Teague. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Pistons trail by 6. Outside Jennings. It's tipped. Johnson, the pass to Martin. And Drummond kicks to Jennings. To the inside. Martin got a piece of it. Now here is Cephalosha. He's guarded by Johnson. Pierce trying to break free. And the basket good. 9 points for Jeff Teague. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Hawks.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
Outside Korver. Here's Horford. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And it's a 10-point Hawks lead. Now let's take this chance to break out the list of the NBA's top free throw shooting teams in the regular season. The Hawks, number 1.
Boy, I tell you what, Kevin, when you have numbers like this from the line, your coach is not only satisfied, but he's confident. Sure, there are some guys whose numbers help offset the weaker shooters, but overall, this has been a solid team from the line.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Morris comes in for Josh Gibson. Molinari, he's checked in for Johnson. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Brandon Jennings. And that one's good.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball, resulting in high-quality shots.
Here's Jackson. Following the basket by Paul Millsap. Smith, no good. 1:19 left here in the third quarter. Schroeder kicks to Millsap. Again, Millsap missing. Pistons trail by 9. Jackson dishes to Martin. On the wing, Jackson. He's guarded by Schroeder. Jackson off the pick from Martin. Martin with the screen for Jackson. Back to Martin. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 9 assists now tonight. The Hawks leading by 6. Ariza up top. Outside, Pierce. Back to Ariza. Outside, Holiday. Offensive rebound. Pierce kicks to Holiday. Outside, Millsap. Back to Ariza. Here's Holiday. And they convert it last on attempt number 3.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Rejected by Millsap. And welcome back as we get set to continue our coverage of this round 1 playoff matchup. So it's Detroit now, trailing by. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Gibson the screen. Jennings passes to Gibson. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap. Millsap's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Hawks passing it around. There's the feed to T. Millsap a screen. Cephalosha dishes to Millsap. Just 5 on the clock. From the baseline. Atlanta again missing.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Martin the screen. Martin with the screen for Jennings. The shot is off.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Ariza. Makes a big height bounce and goes in. Ariza's got 10 points here in the second half.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
It will go down, and the Hawks lead is get back down again to single digits with those points from Drummond.
And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Teague against Martin. That's a 2 from Cephalosha. Rebound, Detroit. Drummond's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Jennings kicks to Martin. Oh, that's blocked. Jennings against Teague. Pass to Schroeder. Millsap a screen on Johnson. Schroeder kicks to Millsap. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Al Horford's checked in for Atlanta. Horford comes in for Teague. The Hawks leading by 10. To the paint, deflects the pass, and taken away by Johnson. To the middle, Drummond passes to Martin. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
It's been a solid outing for Drummond. He's got 10 rebounds and also a block shot.
That one is off. That one is no good.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
And here's Jennings, the fast break opportunity. And Martin now top of the key. Great open look there. Martin's got 42 in the game.
He is just self-willing his team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
There's the dish to Korver. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
I need you guys to be crashing the offensive glass. Big guys, use your size to box out and get inside position. Effort, fellas. Effort!
"11 feet away. Millsap grabs the miss. Millsap's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Millsap a screen. Johnson over to help. Shooter kicks to Millsap. Now here's Schroeder. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. And the Hawks lead by 10.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Now here's Martin. Drummond. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding basket. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Tips it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And that's 12 points for Paul Millsap.
Well, I'm impressed with the determination he showed right there, getting himself in the good position under the glass. Did his work early there.
Yeah, with the presence of mind, know just where the rebound was going to go to.
And then also just the niftiness with that tip in, just a quick touch, again, before the defense knows what hit him.
Martin with the bucket.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. He laid one thing out there for them, saying, now is the time to eliminate any chance of a mistake. We've got a good lead. Don't take any unnecessary risks or commit a silly foul. Smart basketball from here on out.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Schroeder kicks to Horford. Feeds it to Cephalosha. Passes it to Schroeder. Outside Korver. Horford up top. Shot clock at 6. There's the double team with Martin. And here's Cephalosha for 3. They get it back.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Count that one. 46 points for Freak.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
41 seconds left in the game. Here's Schroeder, and it's sent back by Drummond. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. Teague is checked in for Dennis Schroeder. Picked by Horford. Teague against Jennings. 5 on the clock. Dishes to Horford. Baseline try. The shot is off.
Well, it's urgent time right now. This is when they got to come up big.
Yeah, you got to get points here. I mean, there's no way you can get around it. You've got to be able to get baskets here in a short period of time.
It's tipped and stolen by Cephalosha. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 7-point lead. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Too little, too late. They may as well just let the clock run and save their energy for another day.
Clark, you know, sometimes frustration just shows through in a game like this, and I think that's what we're seeing right now.
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
And so the Hawks take the win. People were writing their obituary before this game, but this win cast the series in a whole new light now, Greg.
And listen, they still got to win 2 more, but after seeing how they performed tonight, is there any doubt, Kevin, they're capable of it? I mean, we could be in the midst of a major comeback.
No doubt at all, you're right. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Al, a very productive offensive night for you. What allowed you to be so effective in getting your scoring opportunities?
The guys were just finding me, and so it kind of freed me up a little bit and allowed me to get more shots. And we were flying around the whole game.
Well, congratulations on such a...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Jeff T.
When it comes to Jeff T, there's an aggressiveness to his game that allows him to be a difference maker. He's always going to be the one who dictates the pace of the game. I love that about T. He's just as skilled at orchestrating for...
And that will wrap up this round 1 broadcast of the...
team owners, and of course give you a chance at VC and 2K TV Interactive. Tune in now. On 2K TV postseason. The Road to the Finals tournament we've all been waiting for is this weekend, and we have all the latest updates. We hear from 2 of the qualified team owners, and of course give you a chance at VC and 2K TV Interactive. Tune in now.